What is up, everyone? It is Lovenji Gaming, and we are here without the eye because I forgot to turn it fucking on. So we're gonna have to cast this one the old-fashioned way. We are here with the semi-final. It's the second one, day 11 of the Invisible Cup, as we decide which player is going to go and face Erode in the grand finals, and which player is going to go face Bloodlust in the third place losers match. You're probably wondering how this player got there. Well, their last opponent was disqualified, and then they flattened spammed their first opponent, playing as the Red Tribe in the green base. It is flattened. I am lost on the map. His opponent. It was their map pick. They picked this map. They picked this base. We've seen them play plenty. They gave us the worst game of the tournament, and they've also given us some of the most one-sided as well. Real mystery as to who this player is. It's Firestorm. So, Firestorm versus Flatten. You can probably see my stream chat already talking about it. Flatten's opponent was going to be Magical Shield, but Magical Shield had no time to play, despite being offered even to play off-stream when I wasn't around. Weren't able to make a match, and also looked ahead and was like, I'm not going to make the semi-finals or the grand finals either, so I'm just going to retreat. Which is admirable in its own way. It's annoying if you wanted to see the game, but at least the player knew they weren't going to be available for all those matches. And more importantly, at least they were willing to communicate that to me. Because I've had a bit of an organisational nightmare this week. But anyway, here we are. Got huts coming up reasonably fast. Now, Craters is a map we haven't seen very much of in the tournament. The last time we saw it, I think, was the Volcano match, in which Volcano would have beaten Firestorm on this map had they played even remotely better. But Volcano decided they didn't want to win the game and threw it better than an American football player. Firestorm, no stranger to this map. This map was put into the field by a player known as Nisi. Those of you within the community know that Nisi is a great player. He was one of the people that nominated this map for my consideration, and you've heard me and Craig talk about it. Nisi described this map as the most strategic, even over community favourite Pressure Point. So, this is a map I wanted to see more of, but it seems a lot of players were scared of playing it. Red Tribe managing to sneak a convert here. Able to build some towers on the high ground nicely. Yellow Shaman goes into the tower. Interesting. So, Yellow placing a tower in an interesting spot, not able to get the land bridge in one. Probably now going to just set that tower to dismantle, and has done it in two, just to get to the Stonehead anyway. You can see those Braves are going to come straight on forward to get those Stoneheads. 6 Braves. 3 Firestorm. Hands up Braves, hands up Braves. The Red Tribe is not connected yet. Nice long land bridge from this tower as well, getting plenty of land here. Looks like the red player is going to play the 2-base aggro game. We'll have to see. It is green versus yellow. Someone doesn't know Craters. Someone doesn't know Kratos. It's green versus yellow. Shaman in a tower. Get a nice long-range blast onto the yellow shaman there, who's forced down the hill. Probably took a good chunk of full damage from that as well. Yellow tribe did secure a bit of the convert, but most of it has gone the way of the red player. Shaman not paying attention. She goes straight into the water. And those Braves cleared up as well. Not going to be able to truly destroy that tower. Jops with the comment that we should ban building in other bases. Well, I tell you what, Jops, you want to get off your ass and host a tournament, you can make the rules whatever you like, buddy. So, base is looking healthy. One warrior training hut, one fire warrior training hut, one warrior training hut, one fire warrior training hut. That's right, you shouldn't donate to my Twitch, mate. Twitch takes 50% of it. It's a rip-off. Nice volley from the Fire Warriors, getting the kill onto the Red Shaman there. You got to be careful when you're blasting those followers. YouTube takes a much smaller percentage. YouTube takes like 10%. Something ridiculously small. YouTube is by far better, but my following is in Twitch, so I have no choice. But I put it in the tournament descriptions as well. You shouldn't really... If you want to donate to the tournament, don't donate to me, because Twitch takes 50% of it. Which means 50% of your donation is just greeted by Twitch. So, second base coming up nicely for our red tribe. Absolutely wishing I had the eye for this, because I would like to see the difference in populations and if this is coming forth to matter. Oh, I know, Jops. It's RW bias. I see a PM from someone from RW, and I'm just like, zoned out. Oh, please don't share that on the public. Fuck. I'm gonna have to edit that, God. That's got my full name in it, you bastard. Fucking bastard. Great, now they're off. Good number of warriors at the front. Fire warriors patrolling. Circle style patrol, not great. Because the fire warrior range for the circle is actually in the center of the circle, so they have less range than if they're patrolling on the spot, because their range check is from here and not from where the fire warrior is actually stood. A little tidbit for you if you're not used to patrolling fire warriors. Perhaps you're picking up Populous or wanting to learn something about it. And yeah, there's something you've learned. Bab, I want you to post my full schedule, man. Tell everyone where I work, what I'm doing, when I'm at work. This is a best of 5, right? Gonna be a long night. Oh, yes. It's gonna be a long night. Oh, puddle. Puddle alert. Puddle alert. Oh, hello. Is this key 52? Look at this. So, Free Firestorm actually going over to the yellow player first, despite red making it to the Stonehead first. Must have moved some Braves off the prey or something. Fire Warriors on the high ground. A lot of troops, actually. Fire Warriors on the high ground. As well as Warriors. A lot of troops. A couple of Ghosts cast in range of the tower. Quick to be spotted. We got the fast side door tower coming up. And then not being used. Looks like yellow is in a bit of a rush to get to the center Stonehead. Is the red shaman coming out to meet them? It looks like red is going to go out there to meet them. There we go. Ghost Army into the water. Second Ghost Army necessary. Lightning comes out. Doesn't get the kill. The follow-up lightning from yellow does. Lights early. We've got warriors and an angry yellow shaman on her way. Look at this. Shaman's going to come right on in here with plenty of warriors. And there's a troop issue in your base. But the red shaman is alive. And if she doesn't die here, she actually uses the lightning. No, she uses the lightning on the warriors and ignores the shaman. She'd actually hit the shaman with that light. She could be dealing with all these warriors right now. That was a big decision and one that absolutely did not pay off. Not the lightning I would have cast. But, something happened there. Ah, yellow shaman. Actually got double warrior training hut for the red. A few warriors getting good pushes onto the yellow warriors as well. So a few yellow warriors actually dying before they even do any damage. Getting pushed into the water there. Yellow not casting any spells. We've got the core camp, but it's missed! The lightning misses! The firestorm on the core! What are we watching? Oh my goodness. So, majority of the yellow warriors have been cleaned up. There's still a couple over here on the side, but it does look like they've all mostly been dealt with. Second base is still healthy. That's the other thing you've got to remember. Yellow does throw down an earthquake. Ooh. Cuts off a little bit of the base, makes trooping it harder. Red Shaman's actually going to ignore the yellow shaman and launch a counterattack, which I like because the red shaman has 2 bases, which means the red shaman has the mana of 2 bases, and if she can deal with these troops as they trickle in, she can do a good chunk of population damage, as well as the fact that yellow doesn't have a second base. The red shaman, oh, she got the blast trick off, but it wasn't quite enough to stop her going into the water. She does kill yellow. Does kill yellow. Which means there's a little bit less shaman pressure. And you do have to remember there's still second bases, and the center is still under red's control. So although that looked... Oh, in fact, we've even got warriors from red. Sorry, I missed it. We've actually got warriors from the red tribe attacking at the side as well, so it's nowhere near as good for yellow as it might have looked initially. Don't get me wrong, still a good attack from yellow. That wasted firestorm may cost them. Red forcing yellow off of their own firestorm Stonehead. Has a single brave on their own just to stop the prey going down. Troops trickling in. It does look like the red shaman has got warriors in position now. Direct blast onto some warriors, gonna soften them up. Want to stop this warrior damaging this warrior training hut though. Oh, it looks like they got him. No, there's another one. Oh, they got them. Lightning! 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 Red Shaman goes down. Yellow Shaman on our way once more. The fact that red has 2 bases is helping a lot here. Because if we looked at just this base, we'd be like, oh, red's fucked. But they've got all of this over here. So they still have a reasonably good position. The problem is everything over here is exposed. Oh! Oh! Ho, ho, ho! What a shot from yellow, getting the red shaman to roll into the water. But red retaliates with a lightning of their own in their dying throes. A lot of warriors pouring in. Is there a second warrior training hut, or is this all being done off of one? This is all being done off of one warrior training hut. What I would like to see from red is fire warriors in huts. Fire warriors in huts right now would help with this problem immensely. Red shaman is alive. He's actually going to make land in the main base. So red feels like they can hold this position. Ghost army to confuse or distract some of the fire warriors. Proximity blast just to soften up those fire warriors and actually almost get the kill, but not quite there. What's our yellow shaman doing? She's coming straight towards... Is she going towards the red base? She's going towards the red base. A couple of warriors here need to be dealt with. There needs to be troops on the way. Sword boys. Looks like red's going to lose their entire main base to Firestorm here. Lightning comes out, but no! Nice sidestep from the red shaman means they actually dodge that lightning. The warriors are taking everything they have in this main base, though. They're just being dragged left, right, and center, trying to deal with all of these warriors. Second warrior training hut going up into the secondary base. I like the idea. Perhaps be good to have a fire warrior training hut as well, because you are losing control of this position. In fact, there's a warrior in the fire warrior hut. Red shaman is there. She's thinking about it. She throws out one blast. She throws out another. Brave gonna get into the combat, but he's not gonna be able to beat a warrior. How many blasts for that one warrior? There you go. That's enough. Fire warriors are on their way now. They're going to support the warriors in cleaning up these troops. Meanwhile, our yellow shaman has respawned and will be coming forward. Quick look at yellow's base here. You can see filling in the crater has given them 6 extra huts. So they do have a reasonably sized base. But red working on a lot of huts in the second base. Absolutely fuck all in their first base. They've lost everything they've got. And now the yellow shaman senses an opportunity to just take the middle. A lot of braves being sent towards the middle. Swarm coming out for our yellow shaman. What's going on here? That was strange. Earthquake on the... Double earthquake on the front line there. Gonna take out just about everything that the red shaman had on that front line. Now it's looking bad for the red shaman. What is the red shaman going to do in response? Remember, she has cast no aggressive spells. She has cast some land bridges and a lot of lights. Oh no! She's going into the water. She goes into the water. Red fire warriors being sent forward to try and deal with the sheer number of troops and additional warrior training hut being built next to the Stonehead. I think red made some good moves, but just played poorly. You won't be seeing pressure point. Pressure point was banned. Shaman getting a second chance at the attack. Proximity Blast trying to deal with those Fire Warriors. A Firestorm comes down onto Yellow's base. Yellow Shaman, however, she's deep into the second base. What have we got? What else have we got? Oh, that's another Firestorm. So, good bit of damage coming in. Braves doing their best, running around trying to repair. Got a couple of warriors coming in to kill population. Earthquake coming down. Gonna get even more huts. Lightning onto the Fire Warrior training hut. That is the only one that Yellow has access to. You can disable the warriors as well. You might be able to launch a counter assault. There's the lightning onto one of the warrior training huts. There is another one, however, and it's pumping out warriors at an incredible rate. Ghost Army coming down to check huts for Fire Warriors. Our red tribe, very low, very in danger, but doing everything they can to try to survive. Wildmen are coming back on the map as populations plummet. Switching to charging convert right now might be useful. Lightning comes out onto the other warrior training hut, so no more warriors are going to be produced by the Yellow tribe until they find space to build one. Yellow population getting into Red's secondary base, which has been cut off reasonably. It can connect over here, but that's quite a long way to go. Meanwhile, Red's main base has begun to heal. Huts are being built. Population is being trained. Convert is being cast. Warriors going into structures everywhere they can. They're tearing bases apart. Like to see some blasting. Blast all those braves. Ooh, earthquake. Fancy use of spells onto troop training huts here could be important. Gets a warrior training hut. Fire warrior hut injured, which means it's out of commission for 90 seconds. There's still a warrior training hut up, but it is currently under assault. Not going to be a comfortable position to train troops. Meanwhile, all of those yellow troops we saw fleeing, they've actually come straight to the red base, and they are tearing it down. Red, however, Red doing everything they can to try and keep themselves in the game. They're going to have barely any population. There's a convert just trying to get a brave or two to try and keep themselves in the game. I'm going to turn my chat off in a second. Blasting of yellow braves doing everything they can. Use your shaman. Get your shaman in the hut. Get your shaman in the hut to destroy some buildings. Oh, there's a couple of braves fighting braves. It's an absolute madhouse over here. Yellow braves idling. Not enough warriors to currently to kill all these braves. What do we got? We got stealing of the firestorm here. Bear with me while this game. I'm just going to turn the chat off. There you go. Now the suspense continues for everyone who actually likes to watch matches. Have to see what goes on here. Red Shaman still converting. Still finding space to get some braves. Wow. Yellow braves all over the red base. Yellow Shaman's actually come back to her own base. She knows if she defeats these red forces, the game is over. This is all that our red player has. Braves. Here come the Braves. Good chunk of warriors here. 5 warriors for the Yellow Shaman. I think red is on their last legs. They're taking they're limping back to their main base with everything they have. It's not enough. Red Tribe has fought hard. They fought valiantly. They did a good counter-attack of damage, but it just came too little, too late. They managed to get this off. One sequence further. It might have been okay, but the Wildmen, there are Wildmen. It's a nice, juicy convert there. 4 Wildmen. Lightning comes out to Ghosts. Earthquake to try and kill the Shaman. Blast. Oh, the Shaman, she's on fire. She doesn't have the mana. She didn't have the mana to stop herself burning. In comes 6 pretty pissed off warriors. Lightning to kill all of those Braves. It was a nice convert. But a nice convert just meant a nice lightning to follow up. We should probably be seeing the Red Tribe dying very soon. Converts start going towards the yellow. Populations will have dropped plenty low by now. The Braves that yellow had on the Firestorm Stonehead. Serving well. Both Shamans are alive. Red saving themselves with a land bridge for the fun of it. And red has been killed, meaning Firestorm goes up 1-0 in its best of 5 series. What is up, everyone? It is Lovenji Gaming, and I've remembered to turn the eye on. We are here on Face Me, the 1v1 variant of Face Off. Playing as the Red Tribe from the green base, currently up 1 game. It is Firestorm. Onan picked this map, hoping to redeem themselves after giving us a very, very crazy first game. It is Flatten. So Flatten came out quite fast into the second base. Oh, in fact, Flatten's coming out quite fast here as well. Being a bit aggressive, forcing red away from the hill. Typically not traditional. Nice blast from the Yellow Shaman. Picking up those from the Red Shaman onto the Yellow Braves. Stopping those Braves building the front line tower. Follow-up blast from Flatten is going to do some damage. You may have noticed the colours have swapped. I hate it when players do that. But yes, they have swapped. Firestorm is now red, but was yellow in the previous game. And Flatten is now yellow, but was red in the previous game. And yes, we just saw Firestorm go down. That happens a lot on Face Off, which is why I didn't give it too terribly much attention. People asking if the back Wildmen have been converted. The answer is no. There's a full convert here missing. Yellow doesn't want to give up the hill to go and get them, is the problem. Quick Fire Warrior training hut has been completed at the expense of a lot of huts. And you'll see that red is much further ahead in terms of huts. At the expense of getting it. I don't know if you need that many Fire Warriors. Bloody hell. That's half your pop. Half his pop being turned into Fire Warriors already. Yellow Shaman just going to get straight in. Oh, red with a cheeky little convert there at the very back. In fact, red's still alive. Both of those proximity blasts miss, and red's just going into Flatten's base to take the converts. Red is saying, if you don't want your convert, I'll have it. Population difference going to be huge here, and even the backwards blast gets Flatten to roll into the water. Red being very aggressive here as 2 Fire Warriors get into the huts. But the blast timing on that is perfect. For those of you not familiar with Populous, when Fire Warriors are inside huts and they shoot, they actually appear outside the hut in order to shoot. So if you time your blast, you can actually kill the Fire Warriors as they shoot. Now, here it looks like Platin is in danger. Platin is in a lot of danger, in fact, as Firestorm being very aggressive here for the face-off map. Red Shaman seeing a little bit of low health issues. Yellow able to get the kill. Warrior Training Hut coming up quick. Probably a good idea given how much you've lost control. We've got the jogging Fire Warrior in the tower there. Has to be retargeted or he doesn't shoot the Shaman. We can see Yellow Shaman actually dealing with this tap. Oh, what are we getting here? Are we getting a classic self-delete here? Fire Warriors being targeted by the Braves, being punched, pulled out. If the player wanted to give up, there's no need for this. There is a surrender option within the game. But it looks like all of Platin's population is going to go down to these Fire Warriors in towers. Turns out Fire Warriors in towers are really good against just Braves. Does look like the charge was unsuccessful. But if the point of that was to end the game, why did you retreat the Brave and save them? Maybe our Yellow Shaman genuinely thought that that would empty out those towers. Which wouldn't be the smartest decision to make, but it is a decision that you can make. We see GG, Flatten has surrendered. Quick end game there. What is up, everyone? It is Lovenji Gaming, and we are here on potentially the final game of the semi-finals before we go into our finals and third place matches on the Sunday. Down 2 games, it's their map pick again, looking to bring it back after a very underwhelming performance on Face Me. It is Flatten. On the other side of the map, playing as the Red Tribe from the green base, it is Firestorm. So, Firestorm versus Flatten. Firestorm currently on match point. If Firestorm win this, they go on to face Erode in the grand finals. And Flatten will go to face Bloodlust. Speaking of, thing that never gets prayed to. In the middle of Fensalir, you do actually have access to Bloodlust. So, Fensalir, typically a slow map to begin with. You won't see much happen. I like to see this Fire Warrior training hut get dismantled and actually moved closer towards the center of the base. This is quite out of the way, and it's also quite exposed. And if you dismantle it, you can make room for huts. There's a whole bunch of reasons why I like to dismantle the Fire Warrior training hut. But not everyone does it, and not everyone who has done it has lost their, or hasn't done it, has lost their game. So maybe I'm just making shit up. I actually like this version of the map less than the map it's based on. This map is based on a map called Swimming Berserkers. If I had to play one of these maps, I would rather play Swimming Berserkers than Fencerly. That's not often the case. I know a lot of people would rather play Fencerly for some reason. Just watching bases go up slowly. Previous time Fencerly has been in a tournament, it was actually cross spawn, so we had like this base versus this base. And we're sort of changed that up now. Both players are on the same side. What we ended up with a lot of was this shaman just walking in because the towers are on the wrong side. Not that that hasn't also happened in this tournament, but putting both players on the same side has at least made this map perform a little bit better. It's still Fencerly, it's still fucking garbage, but it has performed better. You can build in the center and use flattens and all sorts of funny stuff, and that actually messes with the triggers. But not a lot of people actually do that, even though it does work. Which again, surprises me. I don't know why you wouldn't. I don't like this map. We've got Firestorm coming forward, blasting a bunch of Braves, actually getting a kill onto the Shaman nice and early as well. Plenty of towers up for the Yellow Shaman, but not a single one of them are filled. Earthquake in the center of the base. We could just see the game end straight away. What have we got? Almost an Earthquake flat, and that would be the difference in the death there. They would have lost 20% in their charging mana. Mega Tree. Just looking for another Mega Tree. Ooh. Look at this. Mega Trees. You're not supposed to have these. They're naughty. Little fun fact about Mega Trees. Sometimes it's relevant, sometimes it's not. You completely cut all the trees down, each one will regrow on a different tile and they can then be harvested. Not that you want to massacre your trees, but it can be useful if you think you're going to survive late enough into the game. Ghost Army onto the red shaman there, and we've got some mid shenanigans. I don't know which shaman's seeing the better of it. The blast didn't connect. Well, it wasn't aimed well. Less. The red shaman is alive, but on low health. Is she going to earthquake again? She is going to earthquake again. Lakai goes the incantation. 2 towers go down. Huts burned. A little bit of a strange shaman duel there. The triggers of the center actually messing with it slightly. Whoa. Can you imagine the entire semi-finals ending before I finish 1 bottle of cider? This is not the drunk Lovenji that Babbo was hoping for. The warrior's going to go in there, tank some fire warrior shots, and kill the fire warrior in this front line tower. Fire warriors have been clipped onto the red shaman. There was a brave of shaman here, but he's actually done his job by slowing the shaman down. The red shaman's actually got another earthquake, going to be coming into the base. He throws it down. Yellow shaman gets a blast onto the red shaman, but the red shaman's still alive. Got to do more. Glass tricking does get the kill. Otherwise, Shaman there. We have a bunch of dead Braves in this section. You can already see Firestorm is running away with this game with a substantial population lead. Has to get rid of that warrior there. There are some spells in Flatten's inventory, but he could just die with those spells if he doesn't get out there and use them. So here we go. Here comes Flatten for an assault. Does the mid permit it? The mid does permit it. You have been blessed by the Fencerlier gods. Go forth and continue your attack. Yellow Shaman currently stood completely still. Not supposed to do this. One of the worst things you can supposedly do. It was almost impressive how Yellow killed Red Shaman there. But then Yellow landed in a puddle and the attack is completely sort of done. The Fire Warrior Training Hut was dismantled. Means there is going to be room. Never mind. Never mind. It wasn't dismantled. I was looking at the wrong side. Ignore me. Ignore me. Neither player has dismantled their Fire Warrior Training Hut. But at least Red has built a second Fire Warrior Training Hut. But look at these warriors. These warriors are going to be a problem. It doesn't matter how many Fire Warriors you train when this number of warriors starts separating themselves amongst your base. You're not going to be able to keep up when you're 30 population behind your opponent. Those blasts, doing a good job. They are going to soften up all of these warriors. But unless you've got warriors of your own, you're not going to be able to deal with them easily. Although Firestorm is running them away. No, changing, turning them around again. Are we going to see a lightning from Flatten? We saw plenty of lightnings early on. Firestorm with the first lightning of the game. To see what happens with the tornado. She goes for a swim. Bye-bye. Fire Warriors need to get into huts. They're not safe out in the open. They're not safe out in the open. They're doing their best. Fire Warriors get into those huts. Fire Warriors get into those huts. I can tell you a fun, nerdy fact about Fire Warriors. The reason they're so effective in towers and so ineffective on land is because Fire Warriors have their damage significantly amplified while they're in towers, against every unit except warriors. And that's a fun fact for you, because that's why warriors can open up towers so easily. But they struggle with huts. The Fire Warriors do not get the same amplified damage against warriors. The lightning catches Flatten standing still there. I'm surprised you're just going to walk forward and stand still when you know Firestorm is charging lightnings. Earthquake coming out for Firestorm into the heart of Yellow's base here. Should just be seeing good amount of damage here. A lot of warriors. Yellow, you know, they built out the whole base, but they're a lot of holes in it. The population difference and climbing. Not feeling good about this game if you are flat. It does look like Firestorm is going to guarantee their place in the grand finals against Erode. But we'll have to see if Erode can make some magic happen. Firestorm, they lost one game, and it was their very first game of the tournament. and then they didn't lose another game since. They did almost lose to Volcano, but Volcano decided that they didn't want to win that game, and therefore threw it. Ash gets the kill onto the yellow shaman there. And we've got the surrender from Flatten. Firestorm is going ahead to face a road in a very, very convincing victory.